So as a filmmaker and a storyteller, a lot of people think that my day looks something like this. But the reality is that 9 times out of 10, I'm actually just organizing and working with the footage that I've captured so that way I can continue to tell stories that I want to tell. This is definitely the unsexy part about what I do as a filmmaker, storyteller, content creator, internetter. So in this video, I'm going to talk through the structures I use to organize my footage. And as with anything I talk about here on this channel, take what serves you and leave what doesn't. I'm Hallease, by the way, a filmmaker and a storyteller. And on this channel, I document my chaotic good life. Bust out the Logitech gear, sitting up in the setup for teaching. So this is how you know I'm being serious. For realsies. So first things first, I know that this video is all about file management, but I want us to focus on this phrase, time is a construct. And I say that to say that you decide what your master folder is. That's all I'm trying to get at with that. So for me, I tend to create content in terms of months. And the way I name it is based on that as well. So here are 2 master folders that I currently have on my computer right now that I'm working from, even though by the time this video comes out, it'll already be November. Here is back in May. This was the master folder I was working from. Here was the next folder I built. I didn't feel like I needed to build another one until August 27th, 2024. Easy enough, right? So keep that in mind. How do you create content? Maybe for you, you create content every week. So your master folder will be for the month, but there will be sub-master folders that'll be for each week of that month. Now, once I have my master folders put together, I don't just start throwing footage into them willy-nilly. That would not be the way to do this. No, I then go in and organize even further, because the whole point of this is to be able to find everything you need quickly and easily and not have just footage everywhere. So I have actually built out a root folder structure that I use, and all I have to do at the end or beginning of each month is copy it into my master folder. And this is the point in the video where you're probably gonna pause and take a screen grab. Just saying. So this is how my folder structure is built. As you can see, I prioritize things that I know for sure I'm probably gonna need relatively often in almost every video. So I'll start from the bottom and kind of talk through them a little bit. First off, After Effects. Every now and then I will pop into After Effects and create something. And so that After Effects project goes in there. Archive. A lot of times I actually will go back to past videos, pull them from my archive and put them in a video. And when I do that, I put that footage, what I need, I put it in the archive folder. Assets, anything that's not video, GIFs, things that make the video fun, I'll throw that into the assets folder. Exports, this is more if I'm actually working on branded stuff. So if I know I'm gonna need to export versions to then get approved by the brand, I'll put that in there. So that way it's separate from like my final exports that are a whole separate folder. Footage. This is where I actually put all of my footage. And I'm gonna get more into that in a second to show you how I organize my footage within this folder. Because again, I'm not just dumping it in, I'm actually making it organized and easy to follow. Music, self-explanatory. Premiere, this is where my Premiere Pro project lives. I keep it in there along with all of the scratch that comes with it as well. Renders, again, if I'm doing things in After Effects, I'm probably gonna have a few renders that I need. The renders that I export go into there. Screen, as you're looking at me right now, I tend to actually do a lot of screen recordings because I tend to teach things online about post-production and things like that. Now I have a folder called Screen where I put all the screen recordings. It's just easier that way. Thumbnails, when I'm in Premiere Pro and I'm pulling different thumbnail graphics, ways that I might build the eventual thumbnail or kind of like assets for the eventual thumbnail, I put them in there. And then voiceover. I do a lot of voiceover in my artsy-fartsy vlogs, and so I just tend to throw them in a folder. I have it built. This is my root folder structure that I use all the time. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go ahead and set up a new monthly folder for me. So I'm gonna just copy all of these, hit Command-C, Control-C on a PC. I'm gonna head over to where I tend to build out my master folder, which don't freak out, but I actually leave everything within my computer and then I just offline it later. I'll show you in a second. We're in November and we're gonna go ahead and put 11/01/2024. Boom, click into it, and then paste our folder structure. That's it. Now it's ready to go. This could be you, but you're playing. Let me show you what it looks like to actually have a lot of footage in a master folder. I'm gonna go to this one, which is from August to now, honestly. But you'll see everything's here, but then I start to have multiple footage folders. So as I film throughout the month, I create a new footage folder, and then I kind of just put a little bit about what is in that folder. So the first one is footage from Costa Rica, which I still need to work through. For those of y'all who don't know, I took my first group trip earlier this year. We went to Costa Rica. It was super dope. I'm actually in the process of launching my second one, which is Greece. We're going to Crete, Greece in September. If you're interested, check the description box. It's going to be dope. So for the Costa Rica trip, I was actually gone for 2 weeks. So from there, since this was in August, I actually just broke it up even more by the dates, so it would be easier. One thing I do whenever I'm creating content is I actually like to organize things by what I shot it on. For me, that just makes the most sense. It's just easier. So in this one, for example, it's August 23rd to the 27th, and here's everything I shot on the Pocket 3. It's right there. Everything I shot. And here's all the proxies for the Pocket 3, the lower resolution version of the high res stuff I shot. Now, if you're someone who doesn't know what a proxy is, don't worry about it. I actually made a full tutorial video about that, and I will link to it either in the Sauron or down in the description for you as well. Go check it out. Proxies are awesome. I use proxies a lot. Here's everything I shot on my ZVE one, and then the proxies for my ZVE one as well. And then Rex is my phone, so everything I shot on Rex. And then finally, I actually put my DJI mic stuff in here as well. If I know I end up recording something that's higher quality and I really want it to be in 32-bit float, even though my DJI mic pairs to the Pocket, so the audio is in there, it's not 32-bit float. So I also put it in there as well so I can sync it later and use it if I want to. By the way, if you're enjoying watching this tutorial and learning from me here, awesome. I love enabling people to tell their own story in a variety of different ways. One of the other ways I do that though is actually through Skillshare. If you don't know, Skillshare is an online learning platform with literally thousands of creative classes you can take to explore your creativity and your interests. I've actually put out courses on Skillshare since 2020, and it's been so much fun to enable other people to tell their own story in a variety of different ways. And if you're watching this video, then I'm going to assume that you're probably someone who also likes to tell stories online and are looking for some tangible ways that you can up your creative storytelling process, as well as also make sure you stay organized along the way. I actually have a really great class. One of my favorite classes that I've produced from the platform is Tell a Story in a Minute or Less. In it, I give you tangible ways to work through cultivating your creativity to tell short form stories. I give you 3 different prompts that you can choose from, and then I also walk you through some editing best practices as well. I'm so proud of that course. It goes so hard, and it's been so neat to see what people create after watching that course too. Something else that Skillshare is rolling out now too are these things called learning paths. And my course, Tell a Story in a Minute or Less, is part of the Video for Social Media learning path. So in there, you can watch a ton of different courses that cover a variety of different things, all with the understanding of creating video for social media. So if you're interested in taking my course and seeing the variety of amazing other courses on Skillshare, the first 500 people to use the link in my description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Check it out. Okay, so time is still a construct, right? Right. But let's fast forward. Let's say that we're actually ready to offline this project because we're already into November now. Why do we still have May on our computer? I don't know. I'm gonna show you what I do. Once a project is completely done, again, here's what that can look like. I'm ready to offline this project because I don't need this on my computer anymore. That's where this comes in. My Big Bertha hard drive. I think it holds like 16 terabytes or something crazy. Fun fact about my hard drives is I Bridgerton it and I go in order with the names. I started off with Atticus, Byron, Calvin, Dimitri, Enola, and now Fitzwilliam. And this hard drive is almost full. So if you've got any great names that start with the letter G, let me know in the comments below. It's about time to actually get rid of Fitzwilliam. He's almost full. He's from 2023, so it's about time. But what I would then do is I would copy everything over to Fitzwilliam and now get it off of my computer so I can have more space. So inside Fitzwilliam, here's everything again. Vlogs 2024, and you can see Fitzwilliam has a running account of everything I've done this year, including May and August. This is my full file structure. This is how I stay super organized throughout the month as I create content, tell stories online, and hopefully have a little fun doing it. But wait, don't leave yet. So even though I told you to take that screen grab earlier, because you made it this far in the video, instead of making you take that screen grab and then having to go through and copy paste and type out everything yourself, I went ahead and zipped all the folder names for you, and they are now down in the description box, ready to go for you to use. So that way you can sit there, have them already built out, and all you have to do is rename them to what you need, or maybe just add a few more. Don't have to start from scratch. You're welcome. Thank you for staying this far into the video. I really appreciate it. In the comments below, let me know if this video was helpful for you though. I really enjoy creating these types of videos, but you know, if people don't want them, then, you know? And then if there's something else you would like me to teach you here, let me know in the comments below as well. Again, I'm Hallease, endeavoring to persevere. As always, if you're new here, I make videos about my chaotic good life. Subscribe, follow, social media, all of the things. Big shout out to my Patreon producers, patreon.com/Hallease. There you get early access to these videos, exclusive content, merch, and so much more. Again, I'm Hallease. I'll see you when I see you.